I built this little bench. Well, I guess it's a bench, but it's a wheel well cover. I'll be insulating my wheel well, and I want that over that. And what I'm going to do is build a tray up here. This will be a bench seat here with all my electronics, but I'm going to build a tray on top of here just so I get some extra storage space. But what I'm going to work on next is I'm going to take some of my leftover plywood and I'm going to put a panel all across here before I put this in place, because I'll have all my electrical back here and I'm going to want to mount some things to the wall. So I'm going to cut that panel now and get it in. I'll insulate everything and put it up. And then I'll insulate the wheel well and screw that in. I'm going to make a paper template for that area because I have to cut out around the wheel well. So I've just measured the board and put in the general, X and Y parameters, laid a piece of paper out. Now I'm going to take that paper in there and actually try to figure out what that wheel well cutout is, and then I'll cut the board to fit. We've got the area where the door slides into the van. I'm going to have to cut this up here. Now I have to cut a hole in here as well, because when the door closes, part of this bracket, which maybe you can't see on camera, but all right, let's take a look. I'll bring you up here. Okay. So I will clean that up a little bit and make those edges smoother, but I got the gist of it. So that panel will fit in there. And what I was mumbling about right there was when we close, I painted it red, because when we close this door, this part of the door has to be able to fit through there. So that's something that you have to just be aware of. So on both sides of the van, I painted that red. So if I'm ever working in there, I make sure that I'm keeping space for that. All right, I think that's pretty good. All right, we're ready to cut. Get our jigsaw. All right, we're all cut out. I'm gonna do a quick sand of these edges and we'll do a dry fit, see how it fits in there. Fingers crossed. A little high. All right, we're gonna go cut a little off the bottom. It doesn't quite fit, but it's darn close. It's gonna be perfect. I'll be right back. And it's in. Pretty good fit. We got our cutout around all the back parts here. Door should close. I'm gonna pull that out now. I'm gonna insulate behind it, insulate the wheel well, and then put our little shelf over it. All right, I've tucked 2 pieces in all of these, filled the pillars, 2 pieces all across here. And because this is indented here, you can see that, my plywood board is gonna sit up here. I'm actually gonna take a piece of Reflectix and put it in here. I don't know, there's no right or wrong. I feel like it's another level of some kind of insulation. So in all these deep spots, I'm just gonna put a piece of Reflectix over and tape it, and then my board will mount flush on this, and it's just a little bit more insulation maybe. I don't know. There's no rule book with all this, and there's a lot of different opinions, but that's what I'm doing. So take it or leave it. Okay, this is what I did. I took Reflectix and tin tape and just I've got 2 layers of insulation in there, and then I'm just tucking everything in. I mean, you can see in this one how much it's puffing out. So I feel like it's just an extra seal. And I know like I said in my earlier comments, I know there's a lot of opinions about Reflectix and insulating, and this is just what I'm doing. I'm no expert, but I feel good about it. I feel like I'm creating a nice seal. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And it's in. Okay, insulating the wheel well was a little weird. I did 2 layers of thinsulate covered by a layer of Reflectix and just kind of taped it in place. And then this will go over. Let me see. Oh, it just fits barely. Wow, it's too thick. Dang it. I might have to trim that back a little bit to 1 layer of insulation. That's supposed to be snug up against the wall. All right, well, that's exactly what I did. I cut out some, actually just the thinsulate down here. That's pretty thick, and I will have a cover on this. I just need to screw it in. But now I'll be able to snug it up against the wall, so that's better. Just trimmed a little bit, and we're good to go. Finito. Finito.